Just out for a nice little 30-minute easy run. If you've done it right, it should all be starting to come together for you now with marathon training. So a couple of days into the taper, I didn't feel great on Sunday. Monday I felt horrendous. Just went for a walk, and then yesterday did a little workout, and I felt good. The pace was good. My legs felt sluggish and heavy, but the pace was actually good. It's fine. And now today I'm feeling like I got good energy, which is exactly what you want as you get halfway through the taper week. Okay, so I went out this morning, got a nice run. I just wanted to get 30 minutes done. There was no major fitness benefits to be gained from the run that I got in today, but throughout the year I tend to run like 5 or 6 times a week. So if I knock it off and start to run like 4 or less, I just feel that my body just has this feeling that it just wants to get going. So for me, when I'm doing my taper week, I like to just put 30-minute run in each day if I can, just to keep the legs ticking over. It's more just for the mind. I think it's more just to kind of cortically just make me feel that I'm doing something. I find that if I'm not running and I'm taking like a complete rest, my mind starts playing tricks on me. You know, I start second guessing my training and thinking I haven't done enough and that I should get out and do a bit more. So I just find that just going out and doing 30 minutes easy is actually a fantastic way just to keep me focused and to keep me kind of with a positive, mindful outlook towards the race. It's such a nice morning in Dublin. The temperatures dropped over the last day, so it was a little bit crisp. It was really sunny and there's almost no wind. It's like perfect running conditions. If it's like this on the morning of the race, it's going to be a fantastic race. Overall, I'm really looking forward to the race. I've totally settled into accepting that I'm going to race the way I have, which I think is the best plan to go with. I'm going to try and run with the 3-hour 10 pacers for about 32 kilometres. And then the plan is when you get up around that 32 kilometres or 20 miles to try and increase the pace up to the pace I would like to race at Valencia and try and come in and just get a PB in Dublin. So if I get about 3:07:30, I think that's very achievable. I think that's very... I think barring a disaster, I should be able to do that. I wouldn't say come to you, but it'll be a bit of a push, and it'll be a good achievement if I do. Anybody getting a PB in a marathon, I think, is a big achievement. But that's going to be the goal. I've forward and back about whether I should go one way or the other. So I've settled in that that's exactly what I'm going to do. And I'm feeling positive about it now that I've kind of just made that absolute for certain. Just kind of said, right, I'm going to put all the other possibilities out of my mind and just focus on that. Yeah, could I run a little bit quicker? Absolutely, yes. My training would suggest that I could run a lot quicker than that, but I just want to get the PB because, like I said, Valencia is going to be the A race for the year, and I want to make sure that once this race is over, that I'm not too beaten up, that I can keep the training on. I'll probably take another kind of quite a bit of a down week next week. I won't do a huge amount of running, but then I'll have 3 big weeks. And then I'll have another taper week, and then the Valencia Marathon. So I think it's going to work out perfectly. And if I plan this race and race this Dublin Marathon the way I'm talking about it, and if it comes in like that, it's going to do. I shouldn't be too beaten up from it, so I should be able to do a little bit of running next week. But it will give me a massive confidence boost. I just know that if I do what I'm saying I'm going to do, I'm going to be really looking forward to the Valencia race and feeling really confident. And it'll be nice just going there and knowing that I can go for a goal that I think I would like to go for, depending on how the race goes. But if I get the PB in Dublin, it just takes away all that pressure of, you know, if something does go wrong, I can just say, well, look, at least I have the PB in the marathon this year, which will be a massive success for the year, because at the beginning of this year, I said that I just wanted a PB any race, so I've already got a PB in the half marathon, so I put the marathon on top of that. Regardless of what happens after that, it'll be a fantastic year, and something that I can really build from. Running down the avenue in St. Anne's Park. I've ran this. It's a mile in length. It's dead flat from there up to there. I've ran this so many times over the years in marathon runs. You're turning in at that end and running back down to the coast. And I've also done lots of workouts here. 1k repeats, 800 repeats, 10 by 2 minutes on and off. I remember doing that one year. It's fantastic. It's slight incline up, slight decline down. It's one of my favourite places to run. I always feel in a good mood when I run on this road. So many times over the years, I remember coming in that gate on a marathon run, and then you hit here, and I'd see that 15 kilometres, and I would use it as a target. You drop down to marathon pace and just pop out 15 kilometres an hour for the 2k that it takes to get to the end of this here. It's fantastic. It's mad the way running on certain parts of road or certain roads. You just get memories come flushing back to your previous runs you've done on them.
Like I said, this is one of my favourite places to run, one of my favourite strips to run on. Had some great running here over the years. I'm just reminded there as I'm thinking about I did the Battle of Clontarf 10 mile here one year and I won a bronze medal, Leinster bronze. It's brilliant for the club. 3 of us for the third fastest over 40s. Brilliant race. One of the best races I've ever done on this trip around. Okay, that's that run done. It's just 30 minutes, 32 minutes in around that. Felt nice. Lovely running in the sunshine. It's weird, when I'm running, I momentarily forget that I've got Valencia. It's kind of the main race. And then at other times, I'm then reminded of it, like at points in the day where I'm just thinking about Dublin, or it suddenly pops into my mind as like Valencia. So it's weird this time of year, just kind of balancing the two. I've never done this before, where I've had 2 races coming up in quite close succession, because I think it's a 5 or 6 week turnaround. But I've got plenty of time in between the two to recover and to get some sessions and go it again. But like I said, it wasn't something that I had planned. I always thought that I would have, by the time that at this time of year, I would have been using this kind of just as a long run. I was thinking I was going to be running like maybe going for about 3:20 in Dublin, just running with a couple of people from the club and just going out and using it as a nice training run because it's a nice day out with the club. I think there's about 40 odd of us doing it this year, and that was my intention when I got the number. But just the way the training went, and with the kind of lifestyle change I had with all the walking at it, it meant that I ended up being much fitter than I ever thought I would be now, and certainly faster. So that's why I'm kind of balancing the two. But I'm enjoying it, and that's what it's all about. So long as you're enjoying it, and I think you're doing the right thing.
And that's pretty much where I am, 4 days out from the marathon. I'm really looking forward to it. I can't wait to get down to the start line and just be in the corral with all my friends who are going. So I got some friends who are going for big marathons this year, so I'm really looking forward to seeing those guys. I'm wishing them all the best. I love the start line. I love being around where the balloons. I just love that atmosphere and the feeling. And the first couple of miles of the Dublin race, when we're running through the city centre and along the river and then into the park, I just love that. Once you get into the park, then the race really starts, because then you got to really start thinking about it, and the nostalgia and the high vibes and the city centre that I love, that kind of settles out a bit. There's good support all along the course, but those first kind of 4 miles are really, really nice. Yeah, and it should all go to plan. Like I said, barring a disaster, the weather today was, like you see on that run, it's really nice. So if it's like that on Sunday, then it's going to be a great day. Anyway, I'll be on before the race, but in the meantime, guys, you know what to do. Run far, run fast, most of all, run sensible.